Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Kim. This is the 4th Annual Crafty Christmas in July 25. It's hosted by Sweet Pea Papers. The event will last from July 1st to the 31st. There's going to be 30 collaborators, 50 plus videos, 20 plus prizes. Kits for the collaborators have been donated by Stacy at Crafty Dragon Creation and Karen at Creative Paper Artisan. This will be a very fun event. This is the first time I'm participating in it. We have a calendar here with the 31 days on it. Today is my day, the 7th. And Sweet Pea Papers will also be having hers. And then this is the information for the drawing. There'll be a drawing on Sunday, August 3rd for the Crafty Christmas and July 25 event. The drawing will be held on the Sweet Pea Paper YouTube channel. The 20 plus prizes include free junk journal kits and ebooks. Entering is easy. All you have to do is create a Christmas project or projects, post pictures or videos of your projects in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group with the hashtag Crafty Christmas July 25. Each post is worth 1 entry in the drawing, and you can enter more than 1 post per day for more entries in the drawing. Post your entries by July 31st, 2025. So this should be so much fun. I'm so glad to be a part of it, and I just wanted to say thank you, Sweet Pea Papers, and also Crafty Dragon Creations and Creative Paper Artisan for making all of these things happen for us. So we can get started. Slip this right here so we can see a little bit better. And I didn't go over everything. I didn't do everything on camera because there are some things that we could do and we all pretty much know how to do. And that is, will be a tag. It's going to have a little pocket. But I did go ahead and glue down some coffee stained paper on the back. Well, it's cardstock, not paper. So that makes it a little bit thicker. And then I did go ahead and put down around the 3 edges and made like a little pocket, like so. So we have that, and that is going to be able to fit this little guy peeking out. But I did want to show you, I want this little guy peeking out of a hole, like a hole in a tree. I'm not real sure if mice live in trees, but hey, we're going to pretend they do. This is mushrooms and mice, and it is going to be a cute journal. I cannot wait to create with it. So I just want to pop that out. And so I'll have him sticking out, and you try to get that little hole in the middle. So I'll have him where he hopefully can fit down like so in there. But I want to put a little bit of something in the back in case we want to, pull him out, because you can actually like put somebody's name or some little something. So what I have is this, and I think I'll use it, but what I'm going to do is just make a another little punch out and hopefully get that to where it does not have to be perfect, because you can see some of that tree, which I kind of want it to. So I will try to place this, and I'm hoping this glue works pretty good about where I want it. So I'll just go all the way around that, like so. I think that was about, before I stick it down really hard, let me kind of eyeball it and bring it up just a little bit. And I'll just rub that glue off, and then I can go ahead and stick that down. And I think I want to add a little bit of this. Don't need a whole bunch of the cheesecloth, just a little bit. So he'll have a little, let me put this here. have a little blanket or something, maybe just some little coziness. I kind of put it off to the side, maybe like so. And I'm just going to use my hot glue gun to do that and lay him down like so. I do want to just kind of go over him a little bit with some ink. This is walnut stain. Isn't that perfect for this little guy? And I maybe should have went around this, and we can do that real quick. We'll just do it that way. Maybe should have done that before, but that is okay. So now what I do is lay this down like so. And I think he will be able to tuck in. You can even tuck him in a little bit more. I may have to trim him down just a little bit to make him fit more. I kind of don't want to take off that leaf, but I may have to, and that's okay if we do. I definitely want him to be able to slip in and out, so I'll just trim him down just a little bit more. And you don't have to take off his leaf. It can be hanging out. Let's see. Go back over this where I just slim that down. Let's see if he's going to fit a little bit better. Yes, see, he'll fit down like peeking out, or you can just kind of have him sticking like that. Super cute. I like him kind of hanging out like so. So now what we're going to do is just line these up and go around it with glue. And my glue has been giving me fits, so I may have to get out my other glue if this is not going to work. I do want to get right through here because you want that laying down at the top. I hope I'm in frame where you guys can see me. And then I'll just flip this over. And I should have inked around that hole, but that's okay. So now I'll just put that like so. Make sure that's down. And we can always go back and add a little glue. Like I can see this is coming up. Hold that just for a second so it'll stay. And then this one, and it may be because I put that those scissors in there before. So we've got him hanging out like so, right? Super cute. That just gives it a little thing because I do want to go back and make this into a tag, so we'll have some ribbon or some kind of something hanging out of there. Okay, so now I want to work on this. And I've got another piece of cheesecloth. And just, it's all about some layering, I think. And I do have a bag full of little vintage goodies, but instead of the leaf, I have some of this reindeer moss, like so. And I think you can get this at any of your craft stores, and I believe sometimes even the Dollar Tree has some. So to give it that little mossy feel, that may be a little bit too much, but I'm just going to hang him out over here because I'll probably end up using some more. We just want a little bit, and this will give it that extra natural look. So first, let's lay this little cheesecloth down, and I'll just use some hot glue and kind of bunch it up and even kind of dab it a little bit with some of the ink, and you can pull some of that off so it'll look a little natural and scruffy. And I also want to ink this guy just to get some of that little white off of the edges. Make it look a little bit more natural. Okay, and we can put him down. Let me get just a little bit more ink around here. Just like so. That just darkens it up just a little bit. And doesn't make that white stand out as much. So we can have that there. And then maybe just have some of this sticking out around. And I'll use my hot glue gun for that. I'm not just going to use just a little bit. I want to put a pretty good amount on there. But just not a glob. Just where I'll grab hold of some of this. And then we can put that there. And maybe a little moss over here. See how that's kind of coming up? So I'll just go back and add a little bit. And it's good to have like something you can... I'm using my fingernail and hopefully I won't get burnt. I need a new glue gun, so it shouldn't be too bad on my fingers. So I can put this one here, and then maybe this is like a different, it's like a little lighter color. Maybe just a little bit right here. So we can lay that there and put, see how that's kind of standing up that way. I mean, puffed up just a little bit, so it'll grab all of that moss. And we can have it like so. And let me see, I should have put my stopper in this glue because I'm having a really hard time using it. I think I'm going to have to get some water maybe and wash that cap out some. I don't think the little pen I'm using is enough. So we've got that like so. And it's looking pretty cute. So now I'm thinking I may need to add a little bit of moss right through here to make it look realistic. Well, you know, pretend realistic. So what I'll do, I'm going to leave him in because I don't want to close up that hole. Let's see, maybe even this we can put around. Lay that, and then maybe, where's that fuzzy? Right here. Just grab some of that and place right here. This little mushroom and mice kit is so cute. And Karen made this kit. She created this kit for us. So we've got that, looking like a tree kind of. What do you guys think? All right, so now I've got all this, and I think I'm going to have to add just some glue in different little places. And that's okay. So we've got that. So now, if I can find, yep, this, I want to put... I'm going to make a bow. Okay, here we go. I've got something in there. So I'm going to try my best to get it in the middle of that hole that we have. And that looks pretty okay. So you can go natural, or I like to bling stuff up a little bit. I know it's supposed to be natural, but I'll have to be the one that's extra. So we'll put this through here, like so. And I want to make, this is just some of that tulle. And I'm wanting to make a bow. Like so. I'm hoping I can get it. I don't want it just like humongous, but I do want it to kind of fit over. And do it like, puff it out just a little bit. Okay, like so. And this is a little bit long for the little guy to hang out in his house. So I'm going to cut that down some. And fiddle with it just a little bit more. Maybe bring this down. And we'll have him. Let's see if we can stick him back in here. In his little house. I'm having some glue string issues right there. So there we go. We got him hanging out. Isn't he swell? So cute. Love it. Okay, so we've got this so far. And let's see how our little guy here is. The journaling, this is ATC size, which I love ATCs. But you can use this as a little journaling card. And we'll just tuck him right here peeking out. Like so. Or you can put it all the way in and it can just pop up however you like. Making sure this is staying on. And then I've got the cutest little, let me get this out of the way, the cutest little mushroom bead. And I have been looking, I've had these for a little while, and I've been waiting just for a chance to use these, and this is the perfect one. This goes with this kit really well. So I'll put this one on, and we're going to use it as a dangle if I can get it working right. I don't have any, I'm not a professional by any means. I do not have any clipper of the little clips, the wire cutters. I don't know what I've done with mine, so I'm just going to kind of put this around, and then I'm going to have to get my other tool. So I will have to repurchase some. This was a little kit that I got, jewelry making kit. And now I can't find the clippers. And I did have my husband's clippers, but I lost them, so he may get mad at me about it. But I'm not going to tell him right now. Okay, and I do want to get that wire in really good because in case you have children that you want to gift this to, they won't get poked. So I've got that in, and then I'm just going to use my ball pen and put that through. And I'm thinking if I want to, yeah, we'll do it like this. You can hook it on to a card, but look at that. It just gives it a little bit of dimension. Little extra something. Just super cute. And it goes perfect with the kit. Or you can even put it down here, which would be cute also. You could use one of these. I can't think of the name of it. And just slip that in there. That would be cute, just tucked right here. So, no, we're not finished because now I'm even thinking I need, and if I can find it, a little bow right here. So we can use that. I got to bling it up just a little bit. Even if it's natural looking stuff, it's got to be blinged up and not so natural looking stuff because I'm not sure you find tulle out in the wild. So I'll have this little bow. I'm trying to make it, and even in the embroidery floss would be cute to use instead of this. It would even be thinner. Put that right there, and I think I'll just use a dot of hot glue to put this one on. like so. Hold it down just for a little bit, and then this is wanting to curl up, so I'll just snap that one off, and then that one off, in case it goes into like a pocket. You won't have just so much bulk. So we've got this little guy, and that slips in there, but I'm thinking even more. Look at this. I found these little berries. What if we do this? Is that too much, guys? Probably, huh? But hey, let's go ahead and do it anyway. So I'm going to use the hot glue for this. Kind of put that down. At first, I may have to go back. I'll just hold that down in place, and then I'll come around here. And these little berries I can put in there. Hold that down. And see how I'm kind of tracing along this edge right here. Hold that down. And the more I'm working on this, the more things I'm thinking about doing. So, oh, I'm getting little strings everywhere. I'm trying to keep these pretty flat, you know, not tucking up under here, but just kind of keeping them up. The little, if you keep this branch, I'm learning, if you keep that little branch kind of flat, the berries stay on it and don't pop up too much. Okay, so we've got that. Super cute, super cute. Let's see. I've got stickles also that I wanted to add on it because, like I said, you know, guys, I'm extra. And I had some little, if I can find it, I'm not sure what I did with it. Let me see. I had some little stickle snow, which I had, and I think I'll take him out to add on to it. And look, we can do this. See where that glue is? I found the perfect answer for the glue. I'm so sorry. This is frosted lace, but to me, it kind of looks like snow with the little glistening things. Let me get a pen. This is kind of stuck. Let me kind of, seems like some little, you know, the stickles sometimes that'll get that glue off of there and off of there, but let's see. It's not wanting to do. I guess it's kind of thick, maybe. Not sure. Let's see. Really not wanting to cooperate. May have to get some other. This is kind of not coming out right. So let me get this, because this is the diamond, and it usually comes out pretty good. Yeah, we can just add like that's ice and snow. Just around here and there. Give it some little glistens and snows. And just right through there. Of course, getting our ribbon out of the way. And now I'm thinking I may need something right through here. Let's see. Do I want maybe another snip of the branches? Let's see. Let me try. Or even maybe some ribbon, but burlap would be cute. So we could just do like this. I wish I had a, let me round this off just a little bit. Because like I said, you don't want it hurting children. I'm thinking maybe. What do you guys think? I just think it needs something. Well, let's go ahead and do it. Glue it to it. Like I said, we're just doing this along the edges. Holding it just for a little bit so it'll stick. And get this right here. And then we'll just go back and have this, bring this down just a little bit. We'll go back and add some of this glitter. This is called diamond. We'll add like that snow. And it's just going to take just, you know, a few hours overnight to dry, so that's not a problem. Just have to be a little patient. And I think I'll put some glitter on here and even on the brown. Okay, so we've got that. Looks really cute. And then I want to take, let me get this out of the way. I'd like to take the red and just kind of put a little bit throughout here and just kind of dress it up just a little bit. Not much. We're just to outline the little hat. This little guy's hat. And then I'll go around the mushroom and outline it a bit. Okay, like so. And then this one. And then the little berries like that. And that just gives it just a little bit. Put him here to dry. And then I want to go over and very carefully now. I probably should have done this first, but I think it'll be okay. We're going to do our berries. Okay. And then I've got some of this green because I think it'll be pretty too. And just put our green. Just a little bit. Bring some of that little green out. Like that. And it's got a lot going on, so I'm not going to go around the mushrooms. But I do want to get this little guy a little bit of glitter. Not much, because he's going to be coming in and out of his house. So we just put on his stripes just a little bit of this glitter. He can have a little bling on his scarf. And there we go. I think it turned out really cute. I can't fluff it up and all that stuff, but this will fit in there. This will go in there. And there we have it, guys. And I'll save this extra because I think I'm going to put that maybe on the cover of my journal. I think that'll be cute. So you can also clip the edges. I'm not going to do anything else until all of this dries. But you get the idea, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for this 4th annual Crafty Christmas in July. I hope you enjoyed it because I enjoyed creating with it. Love this kit, Karen. Super, super cute. Thanks again, guys, so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.